What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tony, host here at For the Core. Today I'm talking to you guys who are considering on, planning, or in the process of joining the Marine Corps in 2024 or beyond. It doesn't matter what branch of service you're joining, all right? All 8 of these benefits are going to apply to you guys. Okay, so we're going to talk about 8 different benefits that I think you guys should really consider when you're joining the military. Who am I? I'm a Marine Corps veteran, been out for 10 years now, and I started this channel because I wanted to create a resource that I wish I had when I joined the Marine Corps in 2010 as well as when I left the Marine Corps in 2014. All right, I could care less if you guys join or not, but I am passionate about the military. I loved every bit of it, and I really do think that if you're on the fence about either going to college, joining the military, or maybe you just don't know what the hell you want to do with your life, I think the military is a great opportunity. And we're going to talk about some of the benefits right now. So the first thing on the list is the benefits of the military. All right, I'm going to briefly read through my little list I got over here. You guys are going to get a guaranteed paycheck and potential cash bonuses depending on what MOSs you choose. When I joined back in 2010, Iraq and Afghanistan were popping off still, and they were giving out bonuses left and right. I received a $5,000 bonus just for going motor T operator when I signed up. So something to keep in mind. Education benefits. You guys get tuition assistance while you're on active duty. Now, what is that? That means you can actually take college courses while you're on active duty, at nighttime, take advantage of any downtime, and really take classes to start knocking away at that degree you're looking to get. It's all paid for by the military. Or like me, I waited till I got out. I used my GI Bill. Okay, GI Bill is an amazing benefit. I got out of the military, went to college full-time for 4 years. I got my bachelor's degree in logistics and supply chain management, and it was all paid for 100%. Hell, I even got paid to go to school. Okay, you get a housing allowance. So it's an amazing benefit, one that I think you guys should all consider. Now, for those of you who have already attended college and you're maybe thinking about dropping out, or you just got this burning desire to become a Marine, what they have now is a college loan repayment program. In not all cases, I think it's situational, so it's something you want to ask your recruiter if you've got some student loan debt, but it forgives up to $65,000 in student loan debt. So that's a substantial amount of money. I would consider that a cash bonus right there. All right, forgive your student loan debt, join the military, and take advantage of the rest of these benefits that we're going to dive into. Next, you get 30 days of annual paid vacation, or leave as we call it in the military. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's quite a bit of vacation every year. That's 1 month of vacation every single year. Not bad in my book. Next free is going to be tax-free room and board and allowances. All right, so if you're a junior Marine, most likely you're living in the barracks. All right, it's going to be paid for. It's going to be kind of like similar to the dorm rooms in college. You're going to have a roommate most likely, or 2 roommates. My first barracks room was kind of trashy. They were old barracks on Camp Pendleton. I think they've long gotten rid of those now because they were building new ones when I was in. But I had 2 other roommates, okay? They were dingy little barracks, but I didn't care. I was freaking 19. Had a blast living in the barracks. But yeah, I didn't pay a dime for rent. All right, it's all pretty much taken care of. So you also have free gym memberships. There's so many different gyms on every Marine Corps base and military base for that matter. There's a gym in almost every single area. So gym was walking distance from my barracks room, and so was the chow hall. All right, you get freaking 3 square meals a day, and I would take advantage of that stuff, guys. Next is going to be obviously healthcare, dental, and life insurance. All right, all this stuff's taken care of, guys. This stuff ain't cheap. Use of the commissary and military exchange stores, which are tax-free. If you guys have to pay for groceries, you know that shit ain't cheap, especially nowadays. All right, they tax the hell out of it. Prices have skyrocketed because of inflation, but at least on base, you don't have to pay taxes. And lastly is special home loans and different discounts. Okay, you get different discounts as a military service member, and you get different loan opportunities. So if you're buying a home, you get the VA home loan. It's 0% down. So that's a huge benefit. Oftentimes, you got to put 20% down. So if you're buying a $100,000 house, you usually have to put $20,000 down. Now you don't have to put anything down. Okay, I've used the VA home loan twice, and I'm going to continue to use it for the rest of my life. It's an amazing benefit. All right, next on the list is going to be travel opportunities. All right, aside from seeing different parts of the country, right, stateside here in the U.S., there's a handful of different bases. You have opportunities to do training in other states and whatnot with different units, different branches. You get to see a lot of the U.S., which is pretty cool. But also, you have overseas opportunities. So when it comes to picking your first duty station, they're going to give you a list of options. They're going to have East Coast, West Coast, or overseas. If you want to go and get stationed overseas in, let's say, Guam or Japan or potentially Australia, I would put down that you want to go overseas. All right, your chances of getting selected to go to a unit that's over in Japan are going to be a little greater than if you use that as your last option. Different MOSs are going to have different opportunities as well as different branches, guys. I know guys who are in the Navy who traveled a hell of a lot more than I did. All right, my travel opportunities consisted of seeing Missouri, South Carolina, freaking Yuma, Arizona, which is a shithole, 29 Palms, California. Obviously, I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, which was incredible. And then the sandbox, Afghanistan. So I didn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but they were enough for me. All right, guys, next on the list is going to just have to be your experiences, all right? Experiences are going to vary, but you have the opportunity to meet people from other countries, experience life in other countries, and get to meet and work with those people from other countries. All right, it's pretty unique. When I was working up for my deployment to Afghanistan with my unit, we did a little bit of training alongside the Australian military. Overseas in Afghanistan, we met the Brits. I met people from Africa. I met freaking Afghanistan members. I met people from all walks of life, and it was an amazing experience. All right, good or bad, they're still experiences. All right, it's just the mindset that you have, which is going to allow you to remember those experiences in a positive or a negative light. Even the bad days, I still remember, and I appreciate those. All right, any type of hardship I was faced with in the military, I look back on it and I appreciated the opportunity to be able to do what I was doing and get paid to do it. All right, the next benefit has got to be growth opportunities. It's no secret that you're going to be joining the military and getting pushed to your limits, both mentally and physically. All right, this is going to just force you to grow up. All right, you might be lazy at your 18 years of age right now. That's all going to come to a screeching halt. You might be eating shitty food every day. Like I said, in boot camp, all that stuff's going to change, especially in the Marine Corps. You're held to a very, very high standard, and you're forced to just change and become a better person, a more disciplined individual. The Marine Corps teaches you structure and discipline, like I said, and the ability to work as a team. You're going to fail regularly, guys, and often, and you're going to learn quickly that failure isn't the end of the world, but rather it should be a learning experience. Everything you do is going to have a positive or a negative outcome. It's about how you think about it and how you approach that situation, which is going to allow you to either come out on top or just not, I mean, you see people who cripple under pressure. When they fail at something, they beat themselves up over it. You don't want to be having that mindset, guys. Life is about failing and making mistakes, but it's about learning from those mistakes. All right, that's how you become a better person. In Afghanistan, I witnessed firsthand a third world country, right? How people actually live and survive in a third world country. It sucks being over there and seeing those people in the situation that they're in, but it makes you appreciate life that much more. All right, moving on. Training and certificates. All right, just serving in the military and being able to put that on your resume when you leave active duty carries a lot of weight in the civilian world. All right, companies like to hire veterans. They get tax breaks. They get other incentives for hiring us. We're hard workers. We're disciplined. We understand the value of hard work, like I just said, showing up on time, and just being accountable. And then depending on different MOSs you choose, you'll likely receive different types of trainings, receive different certifications that may or may not carry out into the civilian world. All right, maybe you have an MOS that requires a security clearance. That shit's not cheap. And if you have that and you leave the military and then the job that you're applying for requires it, that's just going to set you apart from everybody else that doesn't have it. All right, so keep that in mind. Me personally, as a motor vehicle operator, I had a lot of different licenses on different vehicles, trailers, things like that, hazardous materials. And when I left the Marine Corps, unbeknownst to me at the time, I learned this after the fact, but the licenses that I had, I was able to take those into the DMV and get a Class A CDL. And that's crazy. I didn't even know that shit. I wish I would have, but now I do, and now I'm sharing that with you guys. All right, next on the list is going to have to be networking. We kind of touched on this earlier, but you're meeting people from all walks of life. All different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and you just never know who you're going to meet. I'm a big advocate for networking and just getting to know people, being friendly, because you never know what situation might arise just from knowing somebody. You can get out of the military and this person might have started a multi-million-dollar company and they're looking to hire you because you serve with them. Who knows? I always tell people it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And you're going to find that out quickly when you leave the military. All right, and the last benefit has got to be the early retirement benefits, okay? If you join the Marine Corps at 18, you do 20 years, you're 38 years old with a partial retirement. All right. It's not going to be enough to live on per se, but it's going to depend on your situation, right? Did you stack away a bunch of other money in other investments? Did you buy rental properties? What did you do to set yourself up to try and retire at 38? And if you didn't, no harm, no foul. You still have another 20 years that you can put to another career. So if you want to get out, become a cop, like a lot of my buddies did, do another 20 years. Now you're 58 years old and boom, you got 2 retirements. Plus, if you got hurt on active duty, you can claim some of those VA disability benefits. So you can have another potential retirement just from those benefits alone. Look, guys, there's so many different benefits to consider. And I truly do believe that if you're on the fence about either joining, not joining, going to college or not, the military, let's say it's only 4 years, guys. You get out at 22 years old, 23 like me, and then you go to college full time, you get the degree. Look, at the time, I felt like I was a little bit older and I was kind of behind, but life's been good to me, man. I learned so much from my time in the military and I appreciated every opportunity that the Marine Corps gave me. So again, I could care less if you guys join or not. Like I said, I get nothing from it. But I wanted to create this resource that I wish I had when I both joined and left the Marine Corps. And I hope that some of these videos that I make can help steer you guys in the right direction. If you guys got any comments, questions, or concerns, drop them down below. Leave me an email. Also, check some of the links out, guys. We got forthecorps.com. I got resources there. I got a free ebook. It's a Marine Corps knowledge ebook. So if you're shipping off to boot camp, download it. It's totally free. It's everything that I think you should know before you go, or at least start learning. You're going to learn a lot of that stuff in boot camp, but it's just basic general Marine Corps knowledge. Again, it's at forthecorps.com, completely free. Also, we got a Discord community. Join the community. Ask me questions in there. Talk to everybody else. Network. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Semper Fi.